This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, saving your day from boredom with the best podcasting entertainment.
What's up, everybody? Ricky Widmer here, along with fellow man-child Johnny Karlic. And we are back for another edition of the Rick and Johnny podcast here on Most Valuable Podcast. If you're on YouTube, hello. It is great to see your wonderful faces again. If you're on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, or Stitcher, thank you guys for checking us out.
Hi.
Or we have a special announcement. This is through blogtalkradio.com. If you're on Spreaker.com, you can now hear us. So that means for people like yourself, Johnny, who have an Alexa, you could say, I believe, unless we have to get it still ironed out, but we got an email saying now you can say, for all Blog Talk Radio podcasts, you could say, hey, Alexa, play the Rick and Johnny podcast.
Hell yeah.
And she will play the Rick and Johnny podcast.
Nice.
A little bit of house cleaning before we start. Number one, check out patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast. This is your way to help support the podcast, support all that MVP does, more so than liking, sharing, watching our videos. That's the most important one, right? Is watching the videos and listening to the podcast. Go to patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast to even support us even more. At the $10 tier, you can go ahead and be on a Rick and Johnny podcast, on an onside kick, on a PTP, on a fast break via the phone. You can be on a podcast with us. That link down below in the description. Also, our housekeeping. If you're on iTunes, if you're not on iTunes, you have an iTunes account, go give us a 5-star rating. Rick and Johnny podcast, onside kick, fast break, primetime podcast. Give us that succulent 5-star rating. It would really help us out in the long run if you guys went ahead and did that. But Johnny, housekeeping over. We have a jam-packed show today.
We do.
Well, it's a jam-packed show, but it's our first show without, kind of without Marvel. Kind of without Marvel, but we're going to sneak Marvel into one of these topics. We're going to look at the Disney 21st Century Fox, the almost acquisition that was not. However, the way I'm looking at it is if there were talks once, there could be talks again in the future.
Exactly.
We're going to see if that will ever happen. Then we're going to look at DC. Will Black Adam debut in Suicide Squad 2? Should he debut in Suicide Squad 2? And then we're going to look at Stranger Things because apparently the Duffer Brothers have a set stone number of how many seasons they want Stranger Things to go. However, let's jump into the main topic of our podcast. The one that leads off our show every single week is the one that has the most importance out of all of them.
Most important news.
This week it has to do with Disney and 21st Century Fox because this was early this week on Monday. The day after we recorded last week's podcast, this news dropped. And right away, I sent it to you, kind of jokingly on Twitter, but it was also like a fuck, we missed it. Only because it was the day after we recorded the podcast last week, but we're able to talk about it now, so it's still cool. Disney and 21st Century Fox were in discussions to have Disney buy the TV and movie production departments. This being because Fox now, like their kind of business model is more towards news, more towards sports. You have Fox News, you've also got FS1 now. They're all 24/7 sports network, as well as their deals with like the MLB, with the NFL, and everything they do there. They are fine with downsizing, giving up TV and film, focusing just on news and sports. And there was a deal talks, not in set, but a deal talk with Disney to buy TV and film. And this is most important because Marvel, the first thing I thought of is Wolverine gets in the Avengers.
Exactly.
Wolverine is then in the Avengers. You can have him in. Deadpool can now interact with the Avengers. You can now do a Fantastic Four movie that's actually good. You can reboot the X-Men universe. And actually, I like this new X-Men universe, but still, I would love if Marvel did X-Men movies.
You know what I think of overall?
What?
The Marvel universe is now whole.
It would be whole. But I want to ask you to kick it off. Will this ever happen? Will Disney ever acquire 21st Century Fox, mainly the TV and movie production department?
You know what? Since there's talks about it, and if they are talking about downsizing, their best bet would be to sell it to Disney. You can probably ask for the most from them out of anyone, because who else are they going to sell it to?
They could be dicks and sell it to about anyone. They could sell it to Sony.
That's true. They could sell it to Sony.
However, if they sell it to Sony, then you could be like, well, Sony and Disney are in cahoots, so we're not going to sell it to you.
They're already like tied in with the one bridge. So, I mean, it's like, well, do we sell it to you? I mean, I guess they could sell it to anyone they wanted to, but the best bet would probably be to give it back to Disney.
Yeah.
And I mean, Disney would probably pay for it because they have a lot of stuff they can do with that. Plus, they get channels for that. They get extra channels to stream that content. They get to control out like a few more avenues, whatever.
Or they get to shut down.
Fox.
They get to shut down those channels because they're coming out that streaming service.
That's true.
They could do that too.
I mean, we've got actually FX on TV. You have Fox, the actual TV channel.
Yeah.
And I mean, unless they're going to shut those down or completely stop the shows and pull all that stuff onto their streaming network, I don't know what they're going to say. But if they're having talks now, hopefully this is like a bridge over into, you know what, we're going to sell you this stuff. And then we can get a whole Marvel universe.
Well, and that's the thing also of, here's an interesting thing in an article that I saw that I didn't even think about. Because, like I said, my mind immediately went to Marvel.
Yeah.
What does this mean for Marvel? However, if Disney acquired Fox, there'd also be casualties. And the main casualty is The Simpsons. Right now, The Simpsons
That's true.
deal with Fox. Like, Fox has them, and they're able to stream their seasons on FXX, and they usually have 24-hour Simpson marathons during just random times, basically whenever they want to. But they have episodes on FXX. If Disney buys The Simpsons, or buys Fox, then what does that mean for The Simpsons? That could be a casualty because they could be like, nope, Fox owns The Simpsons. It's not like Disney's buying the rights to The Simpsons. They're buying the rights to the production department.
Yeah, well, hopefully this means like, well, the production department then. So, I mean, it may not, hopefully maybe Disney will go on and like, that will be part of the dealings. It's like, hey, play The Simpsons or such and such, or Disney kind of not buys out the rights to The Simpsons, but at least like gets to keep playing The Simpsons on those channels or something like that. That way we don't lose such an iconic show for anyone our age, younger or older. And I mean, then they can keep playing on those channels. We don't lose it. And I mean, we may not get new episodes though if they're buying the production side of everything.
No, and we wouldn't get, and that's kind of the thing that you think about of, would Disney, and this is a sub-question to it, do you think Disney would cancel The Simpsons?
You know, I would really hope not, just because of such an iconic show and such a ratings, so like they draw in ratings. That show is a show that catches people, and if you don't, hopefully they don't like Disney things up and say, no, we're not going to play, we're not going to show that, we're not going to play that.
It goes into the content.
It goes into the vault.
It goes into the vault.
Put it in the vault so it can never be seen again.
That's exactly what I could see.
Hopefully they're not, because they're not, like you said, they're not buying the rights to the actual show. They're buying the production departments. The production departments would play those shows. They would create those shows. But maybe if Disney made a deal where, hey, Fox still gets annuities or whatever, they still have the rights to Simpsons, but you guys play it on the TV show, and whatever dealings go on behind that side, so that again you get the ratings drawn in. Fox maybe gets something out of that. Yeah, we don't lose the Simpsons, and Disney gets the rate.
We don't lose the Simpsons. That's the most important.
That's
part.
why I emphasize the word we.
Don't lose the Simpsons.
That's why I emphasize the word we, and then for Disney, it draws in those ratings, so they get the money out of that. Overall, I do want this to go through. I just don't want to see too many casualties.
Well, and the thing that I'm thinking about, this is what I think Disney should do. Disney's not going to listen to me, but I think this is what they should do. And this is all if they buy Fox, because right now talks are dead. However, like I mentioned when we started the segment, of just because the talks are dead doesn't mean they can't start up again.
Exactly.
And this doesn't happen in the future. I think that just because there were talks, we could see this happening. And especially if Fox starts thinking, we really want to focus more on news because of everything that's going on right now politically with Donald Trump and the thing with AT&T and CNN that's going on with Donald Trump. I'm not going to get into that because I'm not a political guy.
No.
But focusing more on Fox News and then focusing more on sports. Because right now, really when you look at the sporting side of it, and I know this is more of my side than Johnny's side.
Yes, it is.
This is like in the world of sports right now, this is a prime time for Fox to say, no, we are going to try to take over and be the main sporting network because ESPN is low. People are mad at ESPN because they think they're politicizing everything and it's all about politics. And ESPN had huge layoffs. And who did Fox Sports steal? Many of the same people you saw on ESPN. They just brought them right over because they're like, fuck it, you guys are great employees. We're great over there. You're going to be great for us over here. I could see them doing that, and then they would have to sell TV and movie to go ahead and do that. But not everyone in the Fox family is kind of on board. And the director of Deadpool actually put up an Instagram post where he said, "Dear Rupert, hi James, hi Lachian, I hope I said that right. It's your buddy Rob. Wait on any further talks until Deadpool 2 opens and does $1 billion. And X-Force. This is your Star Wars franchise, and you've only scratched the surface. Everyone on the film side has kicked it into overdrive. Watch that portfolio grow. All the best, Rob Liefeld." I hope I said his last name right, Liefeld. Where really his side of it is, wait a second, I know that right now Fox is not thinking about the movie side because it's like, Disney's kind of owned that and we're not going to compete with them.
Yeah.
Do you think he has a point? Do you think he has a point that Deadpool and X-Force could bring Fox back into a, no, we can care about the movie side again?
Yeah, but at the same time, if they don't want to, if they want to focus on the news, that's up to the company. That's whatever direction they want to go. If they're making great money off of it, then why get rid of it? But I mean, that would be an up to, like, how does Deadpool do, which I know it's going to do good. It should do. I mean, at least opening box office, I know anyone who's seen Deadpool 1 is going to want to go see Deadpool 2.
Yeah. Here's the thing I think is the silver lining in this.
Yeah.
I think that the director of Deadpool is using this because the real reason he doesn't want to go to Disney, and this is me all speculating, I don't know Rob or anything, but I feel like part of it too is I don't want to come out and say this, but I don't want to go to Disney because then Disney would be the one to say, no, you can't do rated R. You're now PG-13.
That's the only problem with
we've talked about it before. You can't do Deadpool PG-13. He has to be rated R with everything that he's about. And I know that there's kid TV shows with Deadpool, but it's like,
how often is he in them?
Exactly. It's like, and then really it's like the only reason I'm like, I forget about all that is because it's the brother from, it's Eric from Boy Meets World is voicing him. So I'm like, oh, cool. It's fucking Eric.
Eric Matthews, yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I mean, the only problem I can see happening with this is Disney's going to say, no, we don't do anything above PG-13. It's going to be, but they, like, certain characters to fully do them how they should be done, Deadpool, Wolverine, and, like, Logan, those two movies, perfect examples. They need to be rated R to be what they were. You're not going to get the same thing out of those unless Disney's willing to do that route. If you're doing a movie like Logan, then yes, rated R. But I think Wolverine can get infused into the Avengers and be fine. Then that's fine. I'm not saying I like that. That's why I said like Logan.
Yeah.
If it's
I just wanted to clarify. I think that Wolverine can be infused and be fine. Deadpool, even if you infuse him, it'll be a little bit trickier.
It'd have to be small doses at that point. But my main thing would be if you're going to do a Wolverine like a movie like Logan, or if you're going to do Deadpool as a movie again, they need to be rated R. Unless Disney is willing to say, or unless they use some other, like the Fox name if they're allowed to do that, or if they go to, what was I thinking of? Or if they do some other naming of it. Then maybe they'll be willing to do it, but Disney needs to be willing to put some movies as rated R.
And what I'm thinking about here is my big thing is I know we talked about the companies and like, oh, what's best for this, what's best for that. You can go ahead and mute your phone.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and mute it. Johnny forgetting to mute his phone, being not being a professional here. No, I'm joking with you, Johnny. But the thing that I kind of think of is, we're talking about, what's best for Disney, what's best for Fox.
Yeah.
Let's be completely honest. Fuck that. What's best for us?
Yeah.
What is best for us, the comic book fans, the Avenger fans, the Marvel fans, the fans of these movies, and if you've never read a comic before, what is best for us? And the best thing for us is to get all these characters
together
under one umbrella and be able to use them all.
Completely
get Wolverine
agree.
in the Avengers. Get a Deadpool in this universe and be able to have him interact with these characters.
Could you imagine this? We have the Avengers, we have the Fantastic Four over here, we have the X-Men over here, and we get a movie where they are all together to fight Galactus.
Can I tell you one better?
What?
We can finally call them what they are. Mutants.
Oh, God.
We can finally call Scarlet Witch
a mutant.
A mutant.
Not a miracle.
We can finally say mutant in the MCU. You know what it could also bring up?
Huh.
It could also bring and I don't know if Fox can, Fox could do this, but I don't think they would. They could do a House of M spinoff with Magneto.
They could. Make it a TV series? That'd be great.
Well, even if they did it as a movie.
That's true.
But the only thing is, if this happens, the whole trend of rated R Logan, rated R Deadpool, the new mutants, with going that whole horror side, I don't see Disney saying, let's go into the horror movie business.
I don't either, but
Disney will say, nah, that's X. Get that out of here. Get it? X? Get it out there, because X going to give it to you. But that's really the only line in this.
Yeah.
Of what do you think is better for fans? Having them all under one umbrella and being able to use them like they can in the comics, to where they can put Wolverine in the Avengers, have Deadpool be in a Spider-Man, and kind of mix them here and there.
Have that hilarious relationship.
You know what story I would love to see, but we'll never see it ever? This is mixing before I get into that, the other side of it is, if you like the rated R Logan, the rated R Deadpool, the new mutant horror side of things, that's the line. Having them all together, or having the rated R's and the
that's the fine line right there.
But what I would love to see, and I feel like we're never going to see this in my lifetime, never. But I would love to see a movie adaptation of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, a rated R horror kind of movie based off of the comic book Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, where he basically kills
everyone.
Well, spoiler alert. Spoiler. If you haven't read it, spoiler alert. But he kills characters. He even at the end, you could even have it to where at the very end he breaks out of the movie and kills the people writing the film and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's at the end of the comic. He breaks out, kills the writers, and then he's like, ooh, I'm in the real world now.
Well, you can even, I would say, depending on how long the content is, you could do that as you know how sometimes they have those 3-part series on TV that's one long movie then? You can do it that way too. What else I would like to see, and this is putting the umbrella all together.
Here's the thing with TV that I want to mention before you get into that.
Yes.
I think if Disney buys
if Disney bought it, it's not going to happen.
Well, if Disney buys it, and really with Fox in general, I feel like we're going to see more and more TV series, unless it's like CW, go away. Because everyone's going to go to streaming instead of TV.
But I'm saying TV series in any form of TV. Netflix,
like a Netflix original.
Netflix is a TV series, and because you watch it on TV, yes. I mean, you can stream it any other place.
But it's not like a TV. It's a streaming.
When I say TV series, I mean a series that you can watch on TV. I don't mean
semantical here.
Yes, I don't mean a literal TV series.
Okay.
But I would like to see, and this is actually TV series, unless Disney buys them out.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Let me correct myself. It would be if they're all under the umbrella. Could you imagine having a series that is Civil War, like the actual Civil War storyline? You would have everyone. You have the X-Men, Avengers. You have Doctor Strange. You have everyone, and you can do every part of the story arc there is. You
could. You can even go into the little itty bitty.
Exactly, like because I have like 4 or 5 of the graphic novels, and they go into specifics when you buy each individual
there's
group.
The Civil War, that's just, I think it's issues 1 through 6.
Yeah.
But then you have like Captain America Civil War, Iron Man Civil War, Spider-Man Civil War,
Black Panther Civil War.
Black Panther Civil
There's something
War.
with Doctor Strange. There's Wolverine. There's everyone you can think of.
Well, because there's a lot into that just one story.
Exactly.
I am on the side of, and this is how we'll end it, I'm on the side of how do we all win? And you can disagree with me if you want. I think we all win if all these characters are under one umbrella.
I completely agree.
And we're able to use them, have Wolverine in the Avengers, have a Spider-Man Deadpool movie, have a Fantastic Four in the universe.
Yes.
So that like Reed Richards can help out the Avengers and stuff. Use the word mutants as well. That's how I think we win. What are your final thoughts?
Oh, I completely agree. We win if like they're all under one roof. We all get to use them. Yeah, there are going to be casualties at that point, but let's kind of balance it out and say with all the things you brought up, Reed Richards, Wolverine, using the word mutant, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I get it. We don't get the rated R, but that's what, one character specifically.
Is that so? You're willing to pay that price?
I'm willing to pay
to have them all together.
I'm willing to pay that price because the amount of content you get compared to the one. As much as I like Deadpool, and I
love Deadpool,
I don't see Disney caving on that. Maybe they will. Maybe they'd be willing to under like another name if they
Let's
can
be completely
borrow
honest.
the Fox cinematic name.
Ryan Reynolds could do a great. Well, and that's another thing. Do they keep Ryan Reynolds?
Hopefully
they do
because he's a great Deadpool.
He is Deadpool, but really that's it too. It's like, will they keep Ryan Reynolds? I think he could do a great job in PG-13.
Yeah.
If he had to.
I mean, Disney is good at picking characters that are good for the role.
Yeah, or actors that are good.
That's what I meant. Actors good for the roles of the character. Keep Ryan Reynolds. He's great for the role of the character.
Yeah, and I think he's exactly Deadpool. But this is where you guys come in. Let us know down below. What do you guys think with this whole Disney Fox acquisition? Will it happen? Should it happen? What do you guys think down below in the comments section? But Johnny, let's move on into our next topic. Going to be changing it up here, going from the world of Disney Marvel, kind of, into the world of DC
Disney,
and
kind of.
Well, it's kind of Marvel. We kind of talked Marvel, but we more focused on Disney
Fox
and Fox.
Disney, yeah.
But Marvel was in there, and we're going into DC, and this is because there's news that Black Adam could be debuting in Suicide Squad 2 that I believe starts filming right away in 2018, in the beginning of 2018.
Ooh.
And the thing that we have here is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He did an interview with Fandango, and he teased saying the quote, "We have a really cool surprise for Black Adam that I can't reveal in terms of where we will see Black Adam being introduced." We also have Twitter posts where he's posted, excited to expand the DC universe with writer Adam, not even going to try to butcher that last name. He co-wrote the Rampage movie.
Okay.
And bring this complex and gritty anti-hero to the big screen. This character's in my bones, ruthless code. Hashtag Neil, hashtag Black Adam. And then he posted the Deadline article. And then in a reply said, "Yeah, bud, you're great, but such is our business with writers. Adam's POV is the Black Adam / DCEU universe was extremely impressive. Great take. Plus, he was a great collaborator on Rampage. Thumb up." So I want to ask you, Johnny, should we see Black Adam? Should he debut in Suicide Squad 2?
To my knowledge of that universe, not really. I mean, you have way more knowledge than I do. I mean, I'm not sure how you would incorporate it besides maybe he comes in and kind of, I don't know, he punishes them all. I don't know.
Well, here's what they're thinking of.
Okay.
And this is kind of the plot that they're throwing around, is that Suicide Squad 2 is going to be, there's a weapon of mass destruction on Earth, and we need to find out the source. Send in the X task force or Force X, whatever they call themselves. Basically, we don't want to get soldiers killed, so send in the bad guys.
Yeah.
We'll get them killed. And their job is to find the weapon of mass destruction, which would end up being Black Adam.
Okay, I can see that
or
working.
the source of Black Adam's power.
Okay, I can see that happening. That sounds like a...
See, I don't like that.
No?
I don't like that because here's the thing I don't like about that. Unless you're going to have Black Adam be the villain that they go against, he's going to kill all of them.
That's true.
Or he should kill all of them because to me, there are only two people that I want to see go mano-a-mano with Black Adam. One's Shazam, which we're not going to see until the Shazam, maybe not even in the Shazam movie because Black Adam might not even be in that because of his solo movie.
Yeah.
So I'll say Black Adam because Shazam will probably be in Black Adam. But the other one, Superman.
Yep.
They're the only two that I'd want to see go mano-a-mano with Black Adam because of the type of power that he brings to the table.
Yeah,
Plus,
exactly.
The only thing I'd be okay with is if, they're searching for a weapon of mass destruction, if that means the Joker's not in it, but I know he's going to be in it.
Yeah.
And how do you fit that whole storyline in it with him and Harley?
I mean,
because the last thing we saw of them is him breaking into the prison
and freeing
to
Harley.
Bail out Harley.
Yeah. I mean, you can wipe the slate then with that.
I would love to. Don't get me wrong. Love Jared Leto in Blade Runner, but did not like him
as Joker.
No. I just did not like his Joker whatsoever.
No, I mean, that's why I said it's hard for me to figure out how to get this to fit. I mean, it being the source of his power, not a bad concept.
That's what I like more. What I think they will do, and this is gonna piss some people off.
Yeah,
but I don't care. What I would do is have it be like the source of his power, and then at the end, post-credit scene, we see Dwayne as Black Adam.
Yes.
Or like the image that I'm looking at on one of the Screen Rant articles that I think it's got to be a fan drawing where it's just him on the throne and he's got the cloak over
the hood
him,
over the top,
and it's just
the chest
him
glowing.
You just see him sitting there, and it's just the bolt lights up.
Yeah,
for Black Adam.
If you notice, he's also got his hand on someone's. Oh, that's Superman.
Yeah, that's in that image. I'm not saying
in that image.
Superman's head.
No,
because Superman's going to be in Justice League.
Yeah, no, I didn't notice until now that it's the Superman ass. I'm like, oh, he's got his hand on someone's head.
Yeah,
like it's trophy-ish type thing. But I just noticed it's Superman. That's just fan art though. No, that would be great. At least have it. I mean, the way I would see it work, and it wouldn't piss off too many people. Have them come in and like it's the power source thing. The power source of Black Adam's power. Post-credit scene, it's Black Adam being Black Adam, or Black Adam becoming
Black Adam being Black Adam.
Yes,
is what you're saying.
Yes, basically.
You're getting confused because you want to say it's like Billy Baston becoming Shazam.
Yes, exactly.
But there's no like, hey, it's Black
become
Adam.
So and so. Yeah.
But I mean, that is to me, it's a little of like, all right, do I really want? I would be fine with the, hey, you know what? Let's just go ahead. Let's put it in a post-credit scene and tease me for Black Adam because I didn't like, mainly, let's be honest, it's probably because I'm nervous about Suicide Squad 2. Yeah. Like, in general, I don't think there needs to be a Suicide Squad 2.
No.
And that's only because of how bad the first one was. Now I will give DC credit. That was pre-Jeff Johns coming on to everything. That was, basically, I'm looking at it as this. Everything before Wonder Woman is gone. Out of my recollection, never fucking happened. Never happened.
You have to accept it.
Jeff Johns' Wonder Woman was the one where it's like, boom, this is where we're doing things right. And I loved Wonder Woman. I can't say I loved everything since Wonder Woman because all we've had is Wonder Woman. But I'm hoping,
exactly.
I'm hoping Justice League, when we see it this upcoming Thursday, it's coming. It's really this Thursday. Are you ready for it?
No, but yes.
Are you ready for it? Because I can't wait for it. And I hope it's just as good. And it has the same feeling I had when we went and saw Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But there's part of me that feels like that taste in my mouth that I had after Suicide Squad. I just can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it because the whole movie, and you guys know this, but I'm going to say it again for anyone who's new, I felt like, A, they were just trying to copy the Guardians of the Galaxy blueprint, and were trying to sell me an album. Yeah. Sell me an album with music that's not from like Hans Zimmer or Danny Elfman.
They were trying a little too hard to push it was like someone flipping through channels on the radio.
Yeah.
It's literally.
That's exactly what it was. But I mean, the thing is, I don't know how you fit Black Adam into
post-credit
Suicide Squad. Well, I mean, fit him into like
the storyline,
the legit villain. And I'm looking at a Screen Rant article right now that I just found that says the headline is why Suicide Squad 2 is the perfect way to introduce Black Adam. And I'm going to just read this for you, and we'll talk about it. It says, riddle me this. Which superhero cinematic universe has one of the biggest movie stars in the world signed to be a part of it, yet fans still have seen him in a movie? If you guessed DCEU and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you guessed the magical answer. Since 2014, Johnson has been locked to join the DCEU as Black Adam, who is one of the most powerful characters in DC Comics. Johnson is certainly enthusiastic about playing Black Adam, whom he calls the most intriguing superhero, which is weird because he's a villain.
Yeah.
Thus far, however, neither The Rock nor his future superpowered alter ego have been cited in a DCEU film. Black Adam is traditionally an arch enemy of Shazam. However, the Shazam movie will be directed by David F. Sandberg. He did Lights Out and just found its star Zachary Levi. It's not expected to include Johnson as Black Adam in its cast. Meanwhile, the Black Adam solo feature film just found its screenwriter, wrote by Rampage, who also stars Johnson. This places the Black Adam movie in the earliest stages of pre-production, yet since promoting Baywatch last May, Johnson has been teasing when fans will finally get to see Black Adam. And the reason being is why I'm trying to skip to the reason why it's the perfect one is, I guess they're looking at, okay, here it is. No stranger to working with his fellow villains when it suits him, Black Adam has a comic book history with the Suicide Squad. In Suicide Squad 58, set during 1994 War of Gods crossover event, Adam joins forces with Amanda Wallard's team of supervillains turned government black operatives to raid the island of the sorceress Circle, or Circe, C-I-R-C-E, Circe. Similar in the Suicide Squad movie, their first mission ended with the squad having to take out the Enchantress to save Midway City. The Suicide Squad is already old hat at dealing with beings possessed of otherworldly power. So I guess they're saying it's perfect because he has a history in the comics with them, but I don't know. Now I'm thinking a little bit because do they have him be the villain, or do they have this weird thing? And this is now my gears turning in my head. Amanda Waller, who we already know in the DCEU doesn't listen to orders.
That's true.
Remember what Bruce told her at the end of Suicide Squad. Shut it down or I'll do it for you. Think about this. Black Adam. She has kind of like the Enchantress.
Yeah.
She finds Black Adam and has him prisoner. And basically is like, we're going to use him as our weapon of mass destruction. Kind of tells the government, you want to take care of this nation? I've got your weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Basically using him for the government's bidding. But she gets paid. However, he breaks out. Breaks loose. Then the Suicide Squad has to go catch him. But more importantly, that can then tie Black Adam into being a main villain that not just Shazam will have to deal with later, because he's not even going to be in the Shazam movie.
No.
But that we can get Justice League, Black Adam, or more importantly, Man of Steel 2, Superman versus Black Adam.
That'd be cool.
Where it's basically Man of Steel 2 is Superman going after Black Adam, which I don't know if I'd like that completely because I would like Man of Steel 2 to dive more into the Superman character in general.
Yeah.
Maybe like a Justice League thing, but we know Justice League, what it's looking like is part 1 is Steppenwolf, part 2 is Darkseid. Keep that. I don't want to touch that.
Exactly.
Keep that how it is, but it'll be interesting to see how they fit him into as a villain. My wheels are starting to turn a little bit of how they can kind of piece him in as an actual villain and not just be a post-credit scene where it's just, throw it away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think how to go about this because you know more about the DC or DC universe than I do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know a ton about Black Adam. I know he's Shazam's enemy. He's Superman's enemy. Those are the two that can fight with him.
It's a similar thing as Shazam, where
I know
Shazam gets his powers from really the different gods, where you have the stamina of Snu, the swiftness of Hera, the strength of Aman, the wisdom of Zahudi. I usually say that one fucking wrong. The power of Atan, and then the courage of Mehen.
Yeah.
It spells out Shazam. Black Adam is very similar, where it's coming from the same source. It's just, hey, I'm evil.
Yeah.
I have these same powers as Shazam, but I'm evil. I'm Black Adam. I wear a black suit. I'm the villain of Shazam. I'm the alter ego.
Yeah. Well, you said he works in conjunction with Suicide Squad. Well, what I read recently was the way to make a perfect villain is to make them think they're the hero. So I mean,
which you can do
with Black Adam, especially since they keep saying he's an anti-hero. He thinks he's doing the right thing, but he has that lower moral. And what did Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson be quoted saying? He's the most intriguing what? Hero.
Superhero.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. The best way, because they make themselves think the hero. They think they're doing what's best for everyone. So you
just blew my mind.
You're welcome.
No, here's what they do.
Yeah.
He's the villain of Suicide Squad 2.
Yes.
But he thinks he's the hero, and it takes, and I know exactly which member of Suicide Squad breaks it to him. It's fucking Deadshot, because Will Smith is awesome. It's Will Smith breaking it to him eventually, like, dude, you're a villain. No, I'm a superhero. No, you're the villain. You're one of us.
Yeah.
And then it fucking just doesn't break him, but it's like he doesn't know how to process it because he thinks he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, well, that's because I think it was called a lower moral idealism,
where it's kind of like Thanos in Marvel. He thinks he's doing the right thing.
Yeah,
I mean, he just likes to watch the world burn, but he thinks he's doing the right thing for him.
Well, that's more of a watching the world burn example. That's what he likes to do. He likes to destroy. I'm trying to think of a good example of Red Skull is sort of an example where
he's a Nazi, he doesn't count.
And Hydra.
Loki. Nah, not Loki. Loki likes to...
Loki sort of.
Hela. She thinks she's the ruler of Asgard, and she thinks that she's doing the right thing.
Asgard should rule. Yeah, in her head, we'll go with that one as an example. She thinks she's doing what's right, what should be happening, that they should be in charge.
Ultron.
Oh, that's a perfect example. His programming gone awry.
Because he thinks the Avengers are the villains.
Yeah, exactly. He thinks that the only way to save the world is to destroy humanity.
Yeah.
Perfect example of that, actually. So, I mean, that could be Black Adam's idealisms in a sense. Is like, hey, it's okay to kill this person because they're a bad person. That's it. It comes down to that, is that they should die because they're bad.
Yeah. And I mean... You're kind of selling me a little bit. I think that I'm going to be completely honest.
Okay.
The main reason I think why I'm nervous about this is because of the sour taste I have in my mouth from Suicide Squad 1. However, I have to tell myself, Jeff Johns is overseeing. He's the Kevin Feige of this.
I believe your quote is "In Jeff Johns we trust."
In Jeff Johns we trust. Also, did you hear what Kevin Feige said recently?
What?
Does not understand why there's this like animosity with fans between Marvel or DC. Doesn't understand why there's like the whole like DC is better, Marvel sucks. No, Marvel's better, DC sucks. Kind of like the whole, hey, we should all just live in one universe, man. Making superhero movies. Enjoying movies. Who cares if it's Marvel? Who cares if it's DC? I like that. I like seeing that because I am trying to break my immature bonds of DC is better, even though it will always be better. Trying to break those bonds. And
so much for breaking those bonds.
I'm trying. I'm still working. I'm still working on being a better person. Rome wasn't built in a day, Johnny. But where was I going with this to end it? Oh, yeah, that's right. Number 1, in Jeff Johns we trust. Number 2, it's Dwayne the fucking Rock Johnson.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. Like, you gotta have faith in Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Exactly.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Because I do, Johnny. I do. And I would love to see. I would love to see the Rock in a Black Adam, being Black Adam. I can't wait for it. I got to have faith in that. And I got to have faith that these movies are going to get better, even if they do a Suicide Squad 2. But this is where you guys come in. Let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Should Black Adam be in Suicide Squad 2? How would you put him in Suicide Squad 2? Let us know down below in that comment section. But Johnny, let's wrap up the podcast with our last topic. And we're diving into the world of Stranger Things. And we can finally talk about this because last week I wanted to do a review of Stranger Things, but we didn't do it because I didn't want to do it alone. I didn't want to spoil it for you because you had one episode left. You are now finished with it.
One episode.
Before we get into this, though, what did you think of season 2?
I thought it was great. I loved it. It was
just
even funnier
leave it
than
at that.
before.
I thought it was great.
Loved it.
I thought it was great.
It was great.
Huge.
Loved it.
Huge monster. I could have done a better monster, but I'm not going to say anything. It was huge.
We're going to make Stranger Things great again.
Stranger Things is already great.
Oh, yeah,
Donald.
it is.
It's already great. And the reason why we're talking Stranger Things today is because there was an interview with David Harbour, who plays one of my favorite characters in Officer Hopper. And they kind of asked him about how long he would like to see Stranger Things go. Mm-hmm. They also talked to Millie Bobby Brown, who, a.k.a. is a badass. You see those rapping skills that she had on Jimmy Fallon? She had amazing rap skills. Millie Bobby Brown, stay in television, stay on either the streaming screen or the silver screen. Don't go into rapping, even though you're phenomenal. Jimmy Fallon, get the fuck out of here. You ruined it for Millie Bobby Brown. She was laying down an awesome track, and then he comes in, oh, I'm Jimmy Fallon. It's like, get out of here. You're ruining it. Get out of here. Let her have the stage. They also asked her how long she would like Stranger Things to go. Both of them kind of said similar things. 5 seasons. However, the Duffer Brothers already have an idea of how long they would like it to go. But before I get into that, I'm going to read you a quote from David Harbour. And he said in an interview with Variety, he said, I do know that there's an end to the story. And I know that there's an end for all of these characters. And I'm happy about that because I don't want to see it become like other shows, which are great shows, but like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, where you continue to spiral out of the story just to create content. I know that we have a story to tell. I know that it can be wrapped up either in 4 or 5 seasons. I think 4 is a little quick because I think it's such a great show. I don't want to let it go that soon, but I do think 5 will be the perfect number where we can tell our story, have it be really rich, and something people can watch and go back and watch again. But we can also get out before you get tired of us, end quote. And Brown kind of said the same thing. She would like to see 5, and that would go against the Duffer Brothers image because, Johnny, the Duffer Brothers right now are kind of sitting there on the magic number is 4, which means we are exactly halfway through the Stranger Things series. So I want to ask you to start this off. Will Stranger Things only last 4 seasons?
Well, I guess that is up to the Duffer Brothers. They are the ones.
You're now a Duffer Brother. Congratulations. Will it last 4? What do you think? Should it last 4 seasons? Should it be 5? Should it be more? Should it be less?
That depends on how much content you can push out there. So far, spoilers. Right now, I'm just going to say spoilers.
By the way, spoilers for season 2. If you didn't get that,
watch it. Shame on you. Go watch it.
Thank you for covering me there.
You're welcome.
Someone would have got pissed off.
Someone has to. So
I didn't spoil anything yet.
No, you didn't. You've been warned. So I mean, biggest thing is they did leave it on a semi cliffhanger.
You know the question where it's like, did I do the Randy Moss question?
Yeah.
Did I do anything stupid today? Ricky's is, did I spoil anything today? Did I spoil anything?
Anyways,
go on.
Yeah. So the main thing the best place to probably start off is where we left off in this past season.
The ball,
the snowball, right? Yeah.
Dustin's my man. I didn't like him earlier in the series with everything going on with Dart and stuff because he was a dick. But I did like him at the end, especially with the Farrah Fawcett spray.
But the more important part is we get the dance and then they pan out of everyone like kind of wrapping it up type-ish thing. Yep. Pan out, flip to the upside down. Monster's just watching all of them. Yeah. In a sense. He's looking at the school, staring down at it. The main monster. Because, like, I guess apparently there's the Demodogs.
There's the Demodogs. There's the Demogorgons. And here's the...
We have a virus now.
Well, here's the interesting thing.
Yeah.
And there are theories around it. Some people are theorizing that Demodogs eventually will grow up. And if you let them keep growing, they will be Demogorgons.
That's what I'm wondering.
Because the face opens up the same.
The same way. I just wonder if it's either that or if it's the host they take. It's one of those two. Because
it took a cat.
It killed a cat.
It didn't. And also, you know who it could have also killed? The turtle. We never saw the turtle the rest of the season.
But I mean, it started off as like this little tadpole-ish looking thing. Then it grew legs. Or like 4 legs instead of just the 2.
But does eventually it evolve to where it's like, I'm going to stand up on 2 now? Like
it could be just like the basically the
evolution chain.
Evolution chain of like eventually, because Demogorgon kind of resembles man.
Yeah.
So it just evolves into what resembles man, but Demogorgon. So yeah, I'm going to go with the evolution thing.
One of the other theories is, and this is interesting too, of why is it still watching over everybody from the upside down? And I think you kind of mentioned this with the virus, but Officer Hopper and Dustin get sprayed in the face.
Yeah.
When they're in the tunnels. And they get sprayed in the face. Nothing is mentioned of it. Nothing is mentioned. However, the Duffer Brothers are smart. They don't put something in there unless it's going to be
tied in somehow
and have a reason. Because think about this.
Yeah.
When they found Barb in the upside down, what did she have coming out of her mouth? A slug.
Oh, yeah.
She had that slug and things crawling out of her mouth.
Same with Will.
When
he came back, he threw him up.
He coughed up the slug, which I believe ended up being Dart.
Yes.
I think the slug was Dart.
Well, didn't he throw up like 3 of them?
No, it was 1.
It's just 1?
We saw 1. We saw 1 and then it went down the drain.
Yeah.
I believe that ended up being Dart.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And then it found its way to Dustin's garbage can. But we already have that. We already saw Officer Hopper when he was in the gown and stuff after he got sprayed in the face.
Yeah.
Coughing and looking like he was going to throw up.
Yeah. Did
Dustin and Hopper get sprayed? So now that the whatever they call, I can't remember what, the mind flare or whatever Dustin called it.
Flare, I think it was.
Yeah, the mind flare. Thank you. I was putting an R in there. The mind flare, it can now, its little spies are now Will, because just because they got to leave Will doesn't mean he still doesn't have
any of it in him.
Well, not it, but he can still be a host is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, which is why it would still be in him.
And now Officer Hopper are all spies for the mind flare.
Let's say potentially.
Well, that's the theory, that they would be the spies for the mind flare.
It could be. I mean, my guess is Will might not be anymore because we saw
because it left.
It left him because it was an uninhabitable host.
But we still have Dustin and Officer Hopper that we don't know. They could be, and that's why it could be watching over, because who's there? Dustin.
Here's the other thing. Who knows where that thing went, because it just shot up. And it didn't look like it went in a direction of any sort.
I think it went out didn't go out the front door.
It went out the front door and up.
Okay.
So I don't know if it like shot up super high and then went back to the hive. I mean, the Demodogs did all die off when they shut the door, the
gateway.
gate. I mean, it severed the
Which
ties.
11, fucking badass.
Yeah, that was.
Levitating off the ground.
Double hand, just.
Very Magneto-esque.
Yes, exactly.
Without metal. But yeah.
But it was metal.
The Duffer Brothers don't do things unless it means something. And also, how can you tie the story up? Because season 3 is already being written, I believe. And the Duffer Brothers have said they're going to make a jump. And the thing that I was really excited about was they're saying it's going to make a significant jump. Because obviously the actors are growing up at a rapid pace. It's not like, you know what, we're going to get this done this year, and then next year we're filming season 3. There are rumors that they can make the jump to high school and just have them in high school. And there are even rumors that guess what decade we could then start to enter. I'm leaving it up for you.
You want to leave it up to me. I'm trying to think because we're in the 80s.
We're in
now,
the 80s.
So it's going to be the 90s.
What comes after the 80s?
The 70s.
90s.
No.
The 90s. We can have that jump to where
the 90s.
It's late 80s and we get into the 90s. And really, I would love that because I love 90s culture.
Yeah.
And I just love 90s references. But it does open the door to more references that they could make.
That's true.
Also, with the story, how it's going right now, you know what's one character that could even not be in future episodes? I don't know how they're going to do it.
Who?
Steve.
That's
Because
true.
remember with Steve at I think it was episode 1, it's Nancy was like, well, no, you can't not go to college. He goes, no, I'll work here. I'll be around. So he's older. So he's already going to be leaving high school.
Yeah.
But if they make that jump let's be honest, if they make that jump forward, Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, they'll all be out of high school if the main cast of kids are in high school.
Yeah, that's completely true. Which means who knows what Jonathan's going to do. I don't think like he's only half there at school, isn't he? Or no, this season he's actually in school. I think first season he was only like sort of there. And then Nancy's going to college. And now we don't know what's happening to Steve. So Steve might be around.
He could.
Steve may not.
He could have a new found brother relationship with Dustin.
Yeah, like big brother going on.
Because it's interesting. I like the line I love from season 2 is what he says to Nancy when he goes, go with Jonathan. She goes, no, I'm going to stay with you. He goes, no, I might be a shitty boyfriend, but it turns out I'm a pretty awesome babysitter.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if that was him making fun of himself or like, you know what? I'm pretty, these kids are pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, he's already tied in with that mess anyways, so it's not like he's not connected to it. So it's like, no, I like, he would be great to keep him around. And the reason he has to stick around now is because he's kind of got a newfound thing with Dustin, where even the whole Farrah Fawcett hair thing.
You know what could be weird? Not weird, but because you know what's one character we've never seen, never even fucking mentioned? Dustin's father.
That's true.
We have never seen a father for Dustin. This year was all about the mother.
Yeah.
We didn't really see his parents that much in the first
season.
one, I don't think.
No.
What if they write it to where Steve becomes like a kind of, I mean, he's not old enough to be a father to
mentor,
Dustin, but that mentor, that older brother, father-like figure to Dustin.
Having a male role model to look up to. And that'd be great, a great way to play on that part of it, because Dustin does need that. Everyone else, all of them have Will has John. Will has John. Mike has 11. Everyone has someone. Will has John. Mike and 11 is their relationship. But John, I'm saying more so of the father, the mentor to look up to.
Well,
Mike has his
Nancy.
Dad. Mike's got Nancy. Mike's got his actual father. I'm just saying
at this point in general.
To look up to?
Yeah, he's got Nancy.
Nancy look up to.
He's got Nancy, but he's also got the relationship with 11.
Yeah.
And
11 has Hopper.
11 has Hopper, who... That's another interesting thing.
Yeah, adopted her?
Well, no. There are theories out there that... So Hopper mentions his daughter.
Yeah.
That she was taken.
Yes.
She was abducted. There are theories that are saying that 11 is Hopper's daughter.
Oh, wow.
Because why would he have the papers? Why would he have the papers for Jane if she was not his daughter?
I think that they had him drawn up because he decided to adopt her. That's what I thought of.
It could work either way. It could.
It could.
Yeah, he was thinking about adopting her, but wouldn't it be fucking weird
if that is actually his daughter? Because I thought
it was like 11 was actually his daughter.
I thought his daughter died.
No, he meant. Remember in season 2, 11 asks him about his daughter. What happened? And he said she was taken.
Yeah,
she was taken from me.
I thought it was more so the taken as in passed away.
Didn't say that.
He didn't say that. You're right. Say that. It left it open.
To me, it left more of the like she was taken. Now I want to go back and watch it again.
Yeah,
but I thought
season 1 he said she passed away.
I got the mindset of she was taken from us, like actually like abducted.
Yeah,
which could mean 11 could be his kid.
That's
However,
true.
11's his kid right now because he got the birth certificate.
Either way,
from the shady like. The doctor, too, is interesting as well.
He's a little bit shady, but he's very helpful.
Well, here's the thing.
Weird.
Well, no. Here's the thing I don't like.
Yeah.
Is how many people died from the demodogs?
Yeah.
But he only got a scrape on the leg?
Yeah, really.
Like, we saw Steve Aston's character mauled by it. Bob got mauled by the demodog. But the doctor only gets a scratch on the leg?
Yeah, like a broken or...
Like, they bit him.
Yeah. Scraped his leg. Yeah, that's actually weird. And you know what? He actually might be a spy over anyone because
he's always constantly around dealing with it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, what's more perfect than the guy that's like kind of in and out there, but not, and maybe this thing's obviously this thing's learning.
Yeah,
it has to be. So maybe this disease, this virus, he's altered it to not completely take over.
Yeah.
And to just literally just watch.
I guess.
Collect information. Figure out how to.
Let's get back to. I want to ask this. Just kind of wrap everything up. With everything that we're talking, we got theories upon theories upon theories.
Yes.
Do you think they can get it done in 4 seasons?
I would push for 5, but that depends on how season 3 goes and how you wrap up season 3. Because they like they did in this one. It looked like it all wrapped up. They flipped to the upside down. This thing's staring down at them. It's not done.
Though. Yeah.
They had some questions left open, not too terribly open.
And of course, it all deals with Netflix and what they want to do. Like the Duffer Brothers could be, we're done after 4, and Netflix can go, no, cha-ching, cha-ching.
We want more.
We're going to move on either with or without you.
Exactly.
Which would be horrible.
It would.
Would be horrible. Don't move on. Like, I hate when shows do that.
Don't beat a dead horse.
I hate when shows do that. When it's like, it should end here. Writers leave and no, we got to make more money, and then they just throw product out there to throw product.
Like
I
said, they're beating a dead horse.
Exactly.
The show is over.
Some people have even said that about Game of Thrones. Some people have said that about Game of Thrones.
Well, they're wrapping it up, though, so...
Yeah, but I'm talking about 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Like, season 7, people are saying, Jesus Christ, when is this just gonna... Like, obviously, us who love it are like, no, give us more.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that are like, come on, this is dragging way too long.
Not dragging.
Then they changed it. Then they changed it with season 8 and made it a little bit faster pace, and I don't think anyone can complain.
Some of those episodes probably should have been, and I can agree with that, but not to the point that they're saying.
Any final thoughts with Stranger Things and the seasons of how long it should go?
You know what? It depends on it all is going to depend on how they lay out the story. So far, they've definitely laid it out to have a season 3. What they're going to do, I have no idea.
And I'm reading here from the Screen Rant article is that the Duffer Brothers are already hard at work on season 3. No official timetable, but it could premiere as early as the 2018 holiday season. So a year from right now is the earliest it can go. The season will also feature a time jump in order to accommodate the show's rapidly aging younger stars, who will likely be in high school at the start of the next batch of episodes. But this is where you guys come in. I want you guys, let us know what you guys think down below in the comments section about anything we talked about today. If you're on YouTube, let us know about Stranger Things. But if you're on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, or Stitcher, let us know about Stranger Things. Let us know about Black Adam and DC. Let us know about the Disney FX and kind of 21st Century Fox acquisition that we almost had. Will it ever happen? Let us know about those things as well. Want to thank you guys for watching. Housekeeping to end it. Check out patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast. Your way to help support the channel more so than watching and liking our videos and podcasts. And also go on to iTunes. Give us that 5-star succulent rating. The one that we want so very much from you. We're not going to take it like a demigorgon. We're not going to force it on you, but if you can give us a 5-star rating, it would really, really improve. Give me that 5-star rating. Give me that 5-star Dragon Ball, Johnny. 5-star rating. I want to thank you guys for watching and or listening. And as always, have a good day, everybody. You like how I just left it on my hand there?
Don't break it.